So today we'll discuss about client, what is client and how client is created, what are the standard clients which are already in systems, and what are the things we need to take care when as a basis administrator for regarding client copy, regarding protecting the client, because client is something very dangerous part, because it's a kind of you can say logical partitions in the databases, that this is a client number given to any specific team like FI team or like ABAP team to develop something and make those changes to quality and move to production. Just as a information, I will tell you, in development system there may be 3 to 4 clients available. I will show you how. One is for,
Yeah, can you tell us first, like what is client, for example? Like
yeah,
what?
yeah, just telling like that only. So in development, we can have 3 to 4 clients. Okay. Client means like a logical partitioning. Suppose there is a database and you have connected this, but what in that database is you need to be have some logical partitions which to be seen or which to be handled only for a specific group or specific persons. Okay. For example, suppose we have a 2 to 3 development teams. Okay. So not 2 to 3 developments team can access the same data at the same time. So there is a partition made that, okay, these objects will be handled by this development team and these objects will be handled by this development team. Okay. Functional team will have different client in which they will develop their things. ABAP team will have their different clients in which they will develop their team according to the requirement from the customers. Okay. After once it done, it will be it will be transferred to the change request to the quality system. Okay. And in quality system, it will be tested thoroughly according to the business requirement shared by the customers. And after that, it will be moved to production. And in production, there will be only one client. In quality, there can be 2 to 3 clients. In development, there can be 3 to 4 clients. Okay. Now, let me tell you something how I can show you.
Ajay, just client means, what is that? Client means who is requesting. It's a term of the request, or it is the part of the system functionality.
It's a part of the system. Okay. Let me tell you, give you one good examples. Like suppose you have one client. Suppose you have one company. Okay. In company, there is a subsidiary of other companies, right? One company is having different departments and all those things. So suppose any other department is handling this, want to install SAP system, so they cannot be installed. So they will be thinking about creating new hardware, new infrastructure. So instead of that, what we can do is we can have a single SAP system. We can have the same standard program, same database, but we'll have the logical partitions. Like this client will be handled for this plant. Suppose you have a you can say you have a different plants available for any manufacturer company, right? Like in Gurgaon or in any city. So suppose in Dubai you have one client or plant available for any automation company, and in Abu Dhabi there is another plant available for automation company, and another one. Suppose 3 to 4 cities have another different client, different manufacturer company available as a subsidy company. So what you will not do, you will not install every in every manufacturer company, you will not install a SAP system in every manufacturer company. So what you will do is you will install one ERP system, you will create 4 clients into that, and all the clients will be accessible for the different manufacturer company. So the best part of client creation is that one person from one client cannot touch or cannot do any changes in the other user or other objects of other clients. So both are independent. So that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, can I summarize what you told just now?
Yeah.
Just to let you know whether or not we are on the same page. One second, I just check. Mike is calling.
Your voice gone.
He just got a call. He will talk, Ajay. Ajay, this is, I don't know. I'm a little bit confused regarding this client. I'm not able to understand.
Okay, can I show you practically?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is our system, right?
Okay.
Right. So suppose I am a developer. Okay. I log into the system. You can see here client number.
Yes.
Yeah. So suppose this is a developer client. in which I have to log in. Okay, I will log in it to this one.
Okay, so let's say we have a company called, let's say, XYZ. Now
Yeah.
that company's operation is in Doha, the main operation. Okay?
Yeah.
But it also has a sister company, let's say, in another part of the world. Let's say, for example, in Malta. Okay.
Yeah.
And another one is in Malaysia and another one is in Iraq, for example. These three places.
Yeah.
They have their own clients and their own revenue sources and their own sales and bring modules. Okay.
Yeah.
So I create these 4 different clients within the same ERP that is sitting in Doha. And then these different clients will be accessed by these 3 different locations, such as I mentioned, Malta, Malaysia, and let's say Iraq. Okay.
Yeah.
All of these 4 are now logical partitions. So one client cannot access the content from another client. Correct?
Yeah. Right.
However, they are on the same SAP infrastructure. The production environment is same.
Yeah.
Correct? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. That's what I'm saying you.
There
There is a what is the best part? You don't have to spend the infrastructure cost, and it will reduce the cost. That suppose you don't have to install one more SAP system on every plant. Instead of that, a client will be created, because making a tire or making a Mercedes will be the same in all the plants. Okay. So you don't have to do any other customizations in every client. Okay, in every manufacturer. So that's the logical part.
Right? The user of one client will not work on the other client ID, correct?
Yeah. That will not contact the other, but it can access the standard objects which is shared between all the databases. Okay, it can share the object, but it can create customized objects also according to the client.
Asanbhai, it is like, I think it's like OU.
Yeah, OU, but the same user can have 2 clients?
No.
Access?
No. You have to create the same user in different client also. Then only
So the user creation also in different places, you are saying. It's not a single.
Yeah. You have to create the user in different location also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, for example, Ajay, the finance is handled by my department. Okay. But the client ID for, let's say, Angola and for Malaysia is different. So can I, as a finance, which I am doing the finance things for both of them, which is invoicing, so can I be given an access where I can log into both the clients?
You can log in, but you have to ask the Basis team to create a user ID, and you can log in and access those.
Okay, so username and password will be separate for both these clients. But
right, both the user ID password will be separate, and you will be provided the user roles and authorizations also.
Okay. So in my GUI at the time of connection, I just have to change the instance ID, maybe, right?
Right. No, instance ID, not client number, not instance ID. It's a client.
Instance ID will be same, the client number will differ, right?
Right. But it all depends on your implementation status, how your sales department or how your solution architect had built the system. Okay, according to that only, as a Basis administrator, you have to create a client. It's not like we will go and just create a client according to our needs. It's all depends on the business needs. Okay, so first you have to be implementation process, that what should be created, why it should be created. So it's all are the requests which are generated from the functional team and the key business users. Okay, we have a different client, or we can have a different system. It is all total depends on business and functional team. Okay, and as a sales team also. So what need to be do? So according to that, they will share the requirements. So as a Basis administrator, we will create a client according to that and give the access to users, roles and authorizations, whatever they needed, and they will start working on it. So as a Basis guy, we don't need to think about that, what they will do, how they will do. But as a business guy, you have to create, as a technical person, you need to create those clients in the system.
So it is like 2 different companies, but logically same company.
Yeah. Company codes, you can say, because have you heard about company codes? Like functional guy can understand it. Company codes mean different, like this company code is different, this company code is kind. We will define a 3 to 4 company codes which will assign to the different clients, and so according to that,
each client will have their own financing module, everything, right? So the finance books will not be shared, like it is between the one client and the other client will do their part, right?
Right.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay. So this is on how, if you want to check in a system that how many clients are available. So what you can do is just enter SCC4. Why it's not going up? Okay. Okay. SCC4 is a T code. You need to enter that, and you will be able to see the list of clients available in the system. Okay. As of before S4 HANA, like we have a previous ERP systems. Like first of all, ERP 6.0, EHP0 was introduced. ERP 5, ERP 4 was way before, like in 90s or early 2000s. ERP 4, ERP 5 version where they were using, like enterprise was planning version 5, version 4. This kind of we are using. After 2006, 2010, they involved as a ERP 6.0, then EHP1, that is of your ERP 6.0 with the SP level. Just like you have a Windows Server 2010, 2012, 2016, 14, 19. Those are the versions which you get the server. Just like SAP also upgraded their SAP software versions from ERP 6.0, SP, EHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 is the latest ERP system available in the market right now. ERP 6.0, EHP 8. But after that, they've introduced the S4 HANA concept. Okay.
Yeah, Ajay.
Not able to get you.
Ajay, how many total number of clients can be created?
It can be created from 000 to 999.
Those many number of clients. Okay.
Those number of clients can be created, but nobody created more than 3 to 4 clients, which is needed in only in development system for development team and all those things. For testing, there are 2 to 3 clients. But for production, there will be only 1 client available.
Yeah, that's what. But I'm asking you, production also we can create multiple clients, right? Because
we can create a multiple
clients. What you said,
also, but it's very dangerous because their database is shared. Suppose you have done anything wrong in your application level, it can harm your whole database, and whole database is shared between the 2 to 3 clients. So it is not preferred to have more than 1 client in production.
But then what is the point then?
What is the point?
Because if I have 3 different locations, 3 companies, and if it's not recommended to create 3 clients in the production, means the production only everyone will be using it, right?
Right.
The real environment production will be using, right?
Right.
So why it is not recommended?
Yeah, it's not recommended because it can harm the data. That's what I'm saying. It's not recommended to harm the data. But for development quality, you can have, but for production, it should be only 1 system. That's what SAP recommended. But many customers used to have 3 to 4 clients in productions also.
So what kind of data it will be shared?
Cross customizing data, like standard data, which was already given by the SAP system.
Standard data, like examples.
Master data.
Master data means, for example, if my company is helicopter company, I have all the parts as the inventory data, right? Okay, so all the part numbers I will have.
Yeah.
This is what you say. This will be seen from all the clients or only 1 client? Only 1 client. Then which kind of data? Master data means?
Standard tables I was telling you that while installation, you will get a standard document, standard tables, and standard tables you can change anything.
That's what I'm asking.
You will not get standard helicopter data. You will get
that's what I'm asking. What is the standard data? What is that standard data I'm asking as an example? As an example, I don't know much that because it's related to something functional modules.
The example of Mercedes only, Ajay. That's okay. Mercedes example is okay.
No, but Mercedes, okay, I got it. But he's asking me particular what kind of data, and I don't know.
Yeah, those standard data. No, Mercedes means again Mercedes is the brand. So, for example, if you consider that Mercedes, the name is there, right? That is the master data you mean to say.
I just remember. I just remember a little bit of information which I used to get information from my functional colleague, like billing documents, or you can say purchase orders, or those are the details which are created by a functional team and which will be used. But as a master data, the purchase order, billing documents, and a lot of
purchase order you said, right? For example, purchase order means it's a standard data. So when we create the system, this purchase order data also will be created, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this purchase order, if I create any purchase order in 1 client, then the same purchase order will be able to see by other clients, you mean to say?
It cannot be seen in other clients. So I was telling you about that S4HANA and ERP 6.0 EHP8, right? How it was evolved. So why I was telling you there's a background behind it, because before EHP8, or before you can say in EHP7, there were 3 clients need to be created by SAP as a standard practice. 3 clients are already created: 000, 001 and 066. Okay, but nowadays in S4HANA we have only 1 client created, that is 000. Okay, 000, which is already given by the SAP system, by the SAP product support, that they will give you the only 1 client as a standard and master. All the data will be in that client, and and SAP suggests that you should not use 000 client as your current production or something. It should be always as a reference client. So you should copy that client to the new or customization one. Okay, so I will tell you, like 000 client was SAP, which you used to provide earlier, and right now also provide. 001 is for SAP for reference client. Okay, nowadays 001 is also removed in S4HANA, you can see that. And in 066 also, it was a early watch alert client. You can say what now you will say what is early watch alert. So there is a little bit different topic from our client, because early watch alert is something which is related to SAP Solution Manager. Have you heard about SAP Solution Manager?
Yeah, they said, but we are not aware of that. We have seen in our environment there is some solution manager system, but we are not aware of that.
Yeah, in every landscape there is a SAP Solution Manager involved. Okay, SAP Solution Manager is a software which is free of cost, available from SAP side when you purchase any license for any ERP or S4HANA. Okay, it's just a free of cost system which is given by the SAP team. Now, what's the use of SAP Solution Manager is that it is used for your health checkups. It is used for health checkups, means suppose a lot of notes and improvements used to occur every day, every month, and in SAP side. Like today, even you can say that if suppose you have a Windows server, so in every 1 week or 1 month you have an update available, right? You need to restart it again. How it update is available. Just like SAP also update their software, also update their kernel files, which I have already yesterday told. Their components and all their objects are getting updated. So all these are updated regularly on a regular basis. So what SAP recommend is to upgrade your system in every 6 months to the latest patch level available in your market SAP system. Suppose you are at S4HANA, right now the version is 2022, and you have a version of SP01. So after 6 months, SP02 will be released, SP03 will be released. So SAP recommended to upgrade your system in every 6 months, and for that a downtime is required. Now, how SAP system will be upgraded? There comes the picture of SAP Solution Manager. Okay, so SAP
also used as a help desk ticketing system.
It can be used as a help desk ticketing. Also, it can be used as a charm. I also like change request management. Also, it can be used. It can be used in IT help desk also. Okay, where you can create a ticket. A ticket will be created from the IT help desk, like which is implemented in Solution Manager, and you can create a ticket like I want to create a user into the system. It's a request like nowadays many customer uses mail ID. Many customer uses third-party tools like Jira tool or Remedy tool to create and to have any request generated to the you can say basis administrator or technical guy or anything, any business users or any business or key user used to create, end user used to create any request. So just like SAP also Solution Manager also introduced ITSM, IT service management. Okay, what they will use, they will Solution Manager will have an ITSM formula in which they are connected to our ERP S4HANA systems. Okay, so whenever a ticket is created, a basis will get a mail or a basis will check the ticket that it is created. So they will create a user ID in ERP system according to, and they will reply on it. So you don't have to have a separate ticketing tool available. Solution Manager can be work as a ticketing tool also. Okay.
Understood. But generally, the implementation of Solution Manager is maybe, I think, charged separately, is it?
No, it's a free of cost. That's what I'm saying. SAP Solution Manager is a free of cost, available with the customer. Because when you purchase an S4HANA license system from the SAP product team, whatever it may be, whatever the cost, like millions of dollars.
The client that we have is they have the solution manager, but it's not implemented. So I think how hard it is to implement the solution manager?
It's like implementation, the solution manager is not hard. For configuration, it will be a tough one. Like you have to connect your backend system. What do you mean by backend system? Means your S/4HANA system. You need to connect it to your solution manager. Okay, once your solution manager is connected, once your S/4HANA system is connected to solution manager has a small term called you can say CR content. Okay, content repository kind of content, CR content. So what CR content used to do is it's in totally sync with your SAP support marketplace. Just like in last session I have told you, support.sap.com, their dumps are available and kernel files are available. So this CR content is always sync in with the SAP marketplace solution. So whenever a new patches come into that system, so an SAP and solution manager is continuously collected with your S/4HANA system. So in every week, we have to configure solution manager in such a way that in every week we got an early watch alert report. Like early watch alert report says, okay, in your system you have 1,000 users. Your you can say response time is going high. And these users are inactive. You can remove this. These users are unlicensed. These users are licensed. Those are the information which is generated in early watch alert report, which is of around 50 to 60 pages. In that, it will also show you that latest kernel patches are available, latest support packs are available. You can upgrade that because solution manager is continuously connected with the marketplace. But your S/4HANA cannot be connected to the marketplace continuously. Okay, so that's why solution manager comes into the picture, and it will give you the overall report that okay, you have to do this, you have to do this. That's why early watch alert report is the important thing for a basis administrator to get information like what is the problem in our system actual. Because in every 1 week you get a report of 1 week data. Okay, last week this was happened. CPU utilization was very high. RAM was fully utilized at this time. This background job was cancelled during the whole week. Why this background job was cancelled? All those information will be done in that early watch alert report. Okay. So according to that early watch alert report, the solution is also provided below that. Okay. If I just in next session, I will give you the overview, tell you the information of how early watch alert report look.
The solution manager is a VM, is it? It is like a virtual machine, or it's like an application.
Look, solution manager, just like S/4HANA is a product of SAP system. Solution manager is also a product of SAP system. Okay. It also has the application database same. It will be same as like these systems only. You can log in into the system. You can log in the same T codes. You can create a client. Everything will be the same. The same visibility is there for solution manager also. Okay. But for generating EWA connection will be done. This will be done in a different way. Okay. So those are the different parts. Just for the information I was telling you.
Nelby, do we have the solution manager in SAP? This is S/4HANA or success factor related, Ajay? The solution manager.
Solution manager is not related to any specific component or any specific to S/4HANA. Solution manager can connect with anything. Either it's an enterprise portal, PO system, S/4HANA system, any database, any application, it can be able to connect.
So Nelby, for this our S/4HANA, the Fiori, do we have a solution manager? Are they referring anything here in our scenario?
I haven't seen a solution manager in Fiori and SuccessFactors yet, Hassan.
Okay, then you will check that. Okay, thanks, Ajay. You can continue.
So what you can do is, if your solution manager is not implemented, at least you have a good chance that you can do an implementation of solution manager in your landscape, right? So you will get and what's the best part of solution manager is a dual stack. Now, what do you mean by dual stack? It's an ABAP system also, and it's a Java system also. So you will have both the knowledge of ABAP system and Java system both while installation. Okay. Just you said what is PO system? You someone from you said yesterday, like Saurabh or someone.
Me only.
You only told that what is process orchestration, how it is installed. So if you know how to install solution manager, so solution will be installed in two parts. In ABAP part, just like what I was showing, and in Java part. Let's like how PO was installed. Just like Solution Manager Java part is also installed. How S4HANA is installed or any ERP system installed, the same S4HANA ABAP system is installed. Or Solution Manager ABAP system installed. So once you get an installation of Solution Manager, you will be able to know that, okay, ABAP is installed in this way, Java is installed in this way. Okay, if you want, I can help on that. I have a document of that also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Got it.
Yeah, it can help you in all. And Solution Manager can be installed on any database. It can be on Sybase also. It can be on HANA also. But generally, customer used to prefer Sybase because Solution Manager is not that much loadable. So they don't go with HANA system, HANA database. They will go with Sybase, Oracle, or DB2, whatever the database.
Suppose Ajay, if we have HANA, okay, but still we can use the Solution Manager with the Sybase database.
Yeah, yes, you can use it.
It has to be connected to HANA.
No, you can use it. That's what I'm saying.
You can have both, right? Yeah.
Right. You can use it.
Okay.
Both the database are independent, so both will have a different application. It's the application and database both are independent. So it's not like it should be installed with this only. But S4 HANA system is the only product which is installed with HANA database. Okay. Other than that, you can install any database with any application. The Solution Manager can be installed with HANA, Oracle, Sybase, DB2, MaxDB, anything.
Okay, fine. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So just like so why I was saying guys, ERP before ERP 8, it was 3 clients available from ERP 6.0 EHP 8. SAP is providing only 1 or 2 clients. But right now, nowadays in S4 HANA system, that's the latest one. Latest one is going on S4 HANA 2022 version. For that system, there is only 1 client is available. I will show you. Like if you want to check what system, suppose you're logged into system, and as a basis guy, you need to check what system it is installed. Like by showing this screen, you cannot see that it's an ERP system, S4 HANA system, or Solution Manager system, right? So for that, when you log into system, you can see the system status, and go to here status. Okay. When you go to an status, it will open a pop-up. Okay, this one. So in pop-up, you can see this is our client. Okay, by user we logged in. Okay, what was our previous login when your previous user was logged in? What about student 1 when you were logged in, like 14.3. Okay, what is logon time? What is the system time? What is the system time in server time? What is the time zone etc? You can get the information here. Okay, and now if you click on this one, details, you can see this screen details. If you click on this, you will get another pop-up information. You will see a lot of components are standard. These are the standard SAP components involved in your system. And by upgrading these components, like suppose the main 2 components are ABAP and Basis. Okay, so according to when suppose you have now SP level 000, SP level 000, ABAP and Basis should have the same SP level. Now if you go to right side, install product version, so you will get to know that you have a 1909 S4 HANA installed, right, on your product system. If you have any other product like ERP, so you will see here written ERP 6.0 EHP 8. Okay, now it is written that SP stack is initial shipment stack. Initial shipment stack means it is the first stack, means it's not have any previous stack. It was the first stack of 1909. Okay, so you can see initial shipment means 00, starting one. So as you can see in software component version, that ABAP Basis is patch level is 00. So whatever the SP level here it is defined, the same will be defined in here SP stack. Okay, so whenever so early watch alert will give you a information like, okay, after 6 months you need to this SP patch is available, and suppose you don't have any issues with your current business scenario, so you will not upgrade it. Many customers don't used to upgrade many years. There are a lot of customers available, like there are many Tata systems available in our country, like TCS still uses EHP 6.0. Which is a product of around 2008-2010, and they have not upgrading it because there is no use of upgrading. They don't need it. And some are using the latest one because they want to go with the new technologies or new scenarios or new business process. I don't know how it was done. It because as a technical guy, we get a requirement and we used to upgrade it. Okay, so these are the this is the way you can check that this is a 1909 1909. So nowadays we have a latest version is of 2022. I don't know which version you are using in your landscape, but right now it is 2022 and 2023 is in progress. Not many customers implemented yet, but 2022 is the latest one which we used to recommend to install. Always used to recommend n-1. Let's suppose you have a in market you have a SP16, so always recommend customer to 15 SP go to SP15, because going on to the latest patch, even SAP is working on a latest patch, so we will not be able to get information about any bugs or any fixes. So SAP is still working on it, so you should not go on a 16 patch directly. You should always go in a n-1 patch. Okay, so here you can go is you can check the system status. Now I will go to SCC4. That is the T code. It will display the clients which are available in your system. By default, you can see in S4HANA, you have a 000 client. 100 and 400 were created by a vendor. And it was created by us like administrator user only, like basis administrator only. You can create our own client also, just like this. You can go to edit button here, which is available in left side. Okay, you can continue it. Okay, you will have a new entries, and suppose you want, you need to give any client number 007. Okay, you can give any information like test client. Okay, city, and you can select anything like Dubai or something. Logical system is not mandatory. Currency, you can select INR, or you can say AED, you can select. And it suppose it's a test system, you need to give a role, client role, what client you are creating it, as a production you are creating it, as a test you are creating it, as a demo system you are creating it, or as a training or education you are creating it. So you can give it any role. So we have given it test. So these are the fourth option, like changes without automatic recording, changes automatic recording. So when you click on changes without automatic recording, so whenever you change anything in your data, there will not be any change request generated. It will not be covered in anything, so you cannot move it, that transport request, to another one. What is transport request, I will tell you next session, because next session is on transport request management system only, after next sessions. Okay, so automatic recording of changes will be if selected, it will create a TR request. No changes allowed, which is always preferred, that no changes allowed should be set in for the production client. Otherwise any user can log into the system and can change the data. And this is the changes with the automatic running, no transport. Even a transport required is not allowed to be transferred in the system. These are the options. So we always prefer no changes allowed for production system. For development and quality, we require second option, automatic recording of changes. Now, what is repository and cross-client customizing allowed? I will show you. I will tell you in this in next session, because it's something like ABAP and functional teams are involved in that. So you just select that and you just save it. Okay. So data was saved. When you go back, you can see 007 client is created now. Okay. So whenever you try to log in, you will have a 000 client here. But our user will not work here. There is a standard user SAP star which will work, but I think that is not enabled right now. So I will ask, so we now need to log in. So we have to enable one parameter into that. So it will enable SAP star. So only one user will be created in a new client creation. Okay. And after that only you need to create other clients, or you need to copy the clients. Okay. So this is the way you can create a client. And suppose you have to delete a client, you can delete through SCC5 T code, or you can, or if you want to delete the entry from SCC4, you just have to click on delete here. So that entry is deleted. Okay. Now we will go with SCCL. Now what is SCCL? There are three types of client copy available in market. I will tell you one more thing. Why it is not going? Okay. just like for creating a client, we have done like client number should be 3, city number, logical system, which is not needed, not compulsory, but you can give it. How to create logical system is I will show in next session. For currency, I provided you client role means like just what I've said right now, like test system, demo system, reference system, whatever. And change and transport of client depends on your, it's a development system, quality system, or production systems. And for deleting client, there is a SCC5 T code. It's only when you log into the client and you don't know how to delete it, you just click on SCC5 T code, you can delete it. Okay, so there are 3 types of client copy. SAP always recommended you should not edit the standard client like 000 client. So that's why we created 3 clients here, 2 clients here, which we will, which customer will use, because it's a SAP reference client. As you can say, it's a role of SAP reference. So SAP always recommended you should not put your main data or your master data into this. Master data means customization data, or any billing documents, or any vendor, or any information, inventory data should not be included in 000 client. It should be always recommended to create a new client. The copy of this client we need to create. Suppose we created 100 client, so this should be a copy of 000 client. Okay, so there are 3 types of copying a client, like local client copy. The local client copy defines like on the same system you need to create a client. Like for S4H, for the same system you need to create a client. Okay, so local client copy is just like you go into that SCCL, local client copy. Okay, new client copy. Okay, you can say no here. You will select a profile. Now what are those profiles? Like SAP all will do, it will copy all the data of 000 client into the new client, because new client is totally blank. It will not have any data. It will not occupy any space on your database. It will be totally blank. So you need to copy the standard data first into your client or any other client which is available. So okay, so these are the profiles we need to select. We generally prefer for a new client is SAP all. Okay, SAP all will include all the data, everything. Okay, so this will be included in your from 000 client to your main client. So suppose we have selected SAP all. Okay, now your source client is 000. From which client you need to select all the data? It's 100, 400, or 000. But when we create a new client, we should always consider as a 000, because only one client is available in that at that time. So we will create 000. Now, what is the source client user master? So here also you need to give 000. Okay, you just click on schedule as background job. Okay, it was, if you want to trigger a job, click on immediately and schedule a job. A job will be triggered in which 000 client will copy all the data to 100 client. So this is a local client copy. So what you are doing is you are just creating a one client on the same server on the same systems and copying the data from the same system of different client. Okay, now suppose you have a 3 system in your landscape like development, quality, and production. Okay, now you want to make quality system as your copy of production system. So what you can do is you can do a remote client copy. Remote client copy is, the T code is like SCC9. Okay, in SCC9 you will provide what is the profile you need to select. Suppose you need to select SAP all. But remember that when you perform remote client copy, there should always be a good network between the 2 systems, because here 2 systems are involved, 2 VMs are involved, right? Development quality VM is different, production VM is different. So in between both networks should be strong and manageable. And while copying any data, you need to create one RFC, remote functional call. Now, what is remote functional call is? Suppose anything you need to connect from one system to another system, there is always some connection we need to create, a pipeline we need to create through which a data can be transferred. Okay, so just like in SAP system, the 2 SAP system can talk to each other through RFCs, that is remote function call. And how we can check and how we can create it is SM59 is the T code available there. Okay, so we click on create RFC. Okay, you can select destination like test, connection time is of ABAP system because the opposite one is also ABAP. You can create a system to Java also, but client copy cannot be possible from one ABAP to Java. It can be only possible between ABAP and ABAP. Okay, so we can do R3 connection, that is ABAP system. Here you will fill information like test. Okay, here you will do target host. What will be your target host? That is, suppose this is your S4H production system and you need to copy the data to quality system. So you can give the IP address of quality system or host name, whatever it is, host name _ QAS. The instance number that I already told that like it's a 00 or 01, depends on your current system, on your quality system. And just click on that. Go to login security. Any user ID password you need to give, like language EN. In which client you need to copy it in quality system, and suppose in quality system there is 100 client available, so you can select that 100 client. You can give user of that client, like suppose any user XYZ is created already, you know the password for it. Click the password, give the password ABCD whatever, and just click on save. Okay, so this destination is saved, that is test system is saved. Okay, now we will go to that SCC90 code. For remote client copy. Okay, here you will select that I want to copy SAP all. Okay, now you will select destination, that is test. Are all a lot of destinations available. We have created this test one. Okay, we can give the test one. Wait a minute, I just.
Ajay, can you say again the T code of this screen?
This one.
Yeah, this one, yes.
Yeah, SCC9. Also, I will share that material also. Just a minute. Okay, actually we have one system only, na. In our landscape, you will have three systems like dev, quality, and production. So in that you need to you will provide a new hostname. Okay, I will tell you by training document also. I can show you. I was considering as SCC9, right? This is the thing I have already told, like SCC4. You go to SCC4, click on new entries, give client number, name, city, and currency and roles. Okay, so you have provided this. Okay, this is the dev system, city London, currency standard currency euro, client role is this. And you can I have already told you that for development system you should always select automated recording of changes to repository and allowed. That's what developer can do and create a transport request for it. Okay, otherwise in production you need to select the third option, no changes allowed, and all those things. Okay, so on next step a new client will be created, like here I already given you demo how client is created. Now first of all, local client copy, which I already told you, like SCCL is the T code. You enter the following details, like select your desired profile. We have selected SAP all. In our document we have selected SAP cust. Okay, now source client is 000 because that's the only client available in the system when a new system is installed. No other client is installed except 000. So okay, you will select here 000 client. You can give a parallel processes. What do you mean parallel processes? That work process I have already told in a previous sessions, like what is work processes, dialog work process. So those dialog work process will work as a copying of data from 000 client to this client, which were assigned to end users, but end users are not available right now. So we can use those work process to copy the data from local client copy to our current client copy, like for example 100. Okay, this is the 100 T code where we have logged in 100 client. Okay, so we can give any. Okay, we will schedule the job as a background job. So once the background job is scheduled, you can monitor the background job by SM37 T code, which I will tell you afterwards. Or you can monitor the logs through SCC3. Now SCC3 T code. Suppose any client copy is running right now. You can see it in front. Look, this is the client copy. Suppose any client copy is running now in status, you can see it's running, and your source will be 000, and whatever the profile you have selected during client copy, it will be visible here. Okay, so as you can see, those two clients were already done in 2017. Okay, all clients I will show you. Look, 100, 200, 300, 400. So right now only 100 and 400 is available. 300, 200, someone has removed that. I don't know why vendor has removed that. Okay, you can remove this. So these are the information you can get in SCC3. Like, and you suppose you started client copy, you can monitor from here why it is, how much it has completed. If you go on double click on it, it will show you how many tables of data SAP system will copy from 000 client to this client. It's a standard table, so it will copy that much data only. Okay, they have selected SAP CUS USCV, so that's why tables are very less and it has taken less time to complete. But if you select SAP all, it will copy all the data, that is master data and everything, which will be in lakhs of entries, which will take around hours of time to complete the client copy. Like, depends on hardware performance, like 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours, whatever. Okay, so you go to SCC3, and you can see, you can check the display or status of what is the current status of your client copy. It's running or completed or in error. Okay, so next time I was showing you SCC9. I will show you SCC9. Okay, before that you need to create a RFC in SM59, giving an information of the quality system, which I was trying to give it, but we don't have any quality system, so we cannot give it. But I told you how to create a RFC for that. Okay, once you do that, you enter the details of the what client number you need to give. That's what I was showing you that time, like SCC9. You can see target client is 100, in which we have logged in. Okay, where you can see description, source, destination, which RFC we need to select. First of all, we select profiles. Okay, you can select here test, as our test RFC is not working. And once you click on schedule as background job, a job will be scheduled, and you can see in SCC3N that a job is running right now. So this is the SM15, this is the SCC9 T code remote client copy, from which you can copy the data from production to quality. But most of the customer doesn't prefer this because it's a long running process, because through one RFC a data is going slowly, and suppose any network break occur or any error occurred, you need to do it again from the start of the beginning. So that's why I think out of 100 customer, 90 to 95 customers doesn't use SCC9 T code remote client copy. They use a third method, that is export import method. Okay, in export import method is a job is in SCC8. In SCC8 is a T code. You will go into SCC8. Suppose, for example, I will go here. In SCC8, you selected a profile, for example, SAP Cust you have selected. Sorry, SAP Cust or SAP User Online selected, small one. And your target system is, suppose you have to give target system as a quality system. Here we are giving system itself, S4H itself. You can give any ID which are available, but right now we have only one system in our landscape. In your landscape, we will have 3 systems available. So you can select any one of them. Just click on that. Okay, you can see schedule as a background job. Okay, you can select immediately and schedule a job. So what you will do, that we will just continue the job. Okay. Okay, it will show you that these are the 3 requests: S4HKT, S4HKO, and S4HKH. These are the 3 transport requests which will be created in your system. So just in that data, all the client data will be that transport request. Okay, we will continue that, and you can see in background job SC3 is triggered. So in SC3 we go and monitor the job. And what is transport request? That's our next session, in which we will tell you what is transport request.
Ajay, this method is we are pushing the data from production to quality environment.
No, right now we have just selected which system we need to import it. You can select anything, like you can select development also, but it will generate a data file and a co-file. That is, a transport request will be generated at the OS level. That is at path USR, that is at mount point or in Windows server, whatever the server SAP application is using. It will generate a data file and co-file in that path. Okay, and you have to copy that data file co-file to quality system. You need to move that data file co-file to quality system and need to import that data file co-file into your quality system. Just like two files will be generated. Don't go with data file and co-file. Just remember that two files will be generated. Okay, 2 to 3 files will be generated if you perform this. So at OS level, you need to copy that files from from your production OS level to your quality OS level, and you need to just import it that in quality OS level in that client number. So once you copy that to that OS level, go to that client number, just import that transport request. So all the data from that production system will be copied to quality. Okay, the benefit of is that it will be done in a transport request. It has no network or any network brokerage or anything will not happen to your current system. So your client copy will be smooth and your production will be fully without any problems. Your production will work without any business loss or anything. Or suppose in a remote client copy, a network will be involved, which can slow down your system. Okay, so generally we prefer export import method before client copy.
Okay, this is included in your training material, right?
Yeah, it's included. That's what I was saying. I just want to show you practically. I will show you that document also. Just a second. Look, this is the export import method. That's what I was showing you. I've gone to the SCC8. Okay, just right now. Okay, what I've done is gone to SCC8. I've selected the same data which was selected in client copy. This one, this page. This is the same data I have selected, right? What I can do is I will copy that thing. So it will be included. So we will be a little bit clear about it. Look, you can see still processing. It means client copy is still going on. Even in background job also, you can, in SM50 also you can see it. I told you yesterday that a work process will also be assigned to that if any task is assigned. If you go to active work process, you can see a background job is running. Okay, for client copy. As you can see, BTC job is running, background jobs. I will go to SM37. SM37 is a T code to check monitor. I will come on to that also in later sessions.
Why is it taking this much time?
I think that server is not that much high. So maybe some HANA database is slow or RAM is fully utilized. It should not take that much time. As according to SAP, we will recommend that 400 to 500 milliseconds is much more. But as I can see, it is taking more than time. If you go with SMLG, you can see response time is more than 974 milliseconds. Okay, this background job has been prepared. I will execute it. It will show me the client export import is running. Okay, it is finished. Let me check if in SCC3. This is the client export profile. Okay, this is the background job. It was working. you can see exports. Okay, this is the 100 client which is completed. Okay, so we don't have an OS level access for this right now. Just like Monalisha told, we have some problem with OS level access with the vendor. So we don't have an OS level access, but we have created that data file and co-files at OS level. Okay, so what I can do is for your training material, I will add this T code. Target system can be anything like so in a one screenshot you will be able to understand. After going SCC8, you just selected these things. Once you selected system, continue. Your skin will be like this. So you just select that. Put. You can do this. So you schedule a background job. Okay. You need to trigger a job immediately. We'll select that and click on schedule job. Okay. I will show it screenshot available. You want to continue. Okay. So this will generate 3 transport requests, as you can see the information about it. Okay, you just click on continue. It will trigger a job in SM37.
What client you are using now, Ajay?
What I'm saying?
What client number you are using?
What client number?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm using 100 client number right now. But I will copy. But I have taken a export of 000 client. You can take an export from any client you require. Okay, you can log in into 100 client. You can log into 400 client, but you can give a source client of any client you need to give. Suppose you have logged in through 100 client. Right now we have logged into 100 client, right? But in SCC8, you can provide the client as just a second. It's running slow. Okay, so in which client you need to do a client copy, you need to log in into that client only. Sorry, my mistake. I thought there was a procedure available here to select a client. Okay, so suppose you have to create a copy of this client only, so you need to log into that client only. Am I able to correct it? Hello?
Carry on. I think Nelvi. When Nelvi is AFK.
Okay.
Hello, sorry. My network is not stable.
Okay, so I was telling you that on which client we logged in, that client only we can export it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
I seen Ajay, I seen when creating a client in a server, there is a radio button wherein you can we can check if this client should be allowed to generate a transport.
yeah, I've told you that only. How you can select that this line can generate transport request or not, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if we use the import export method, so the client what you use has a bearing.
Yeah. What's the bearing is in production, in production, but suppose 100 is a production client, okay? So you can't create, I will show you. So in what suppose is 100 is a production client. So first of all, this client role is production. Okay. Okay. These settings will be changed as no client and no changes to customizing object. So these are the things you need to select for a production environment. Okay. You selected for production client, you just saved it. Now let's try to copy. Now let's try to perform client to export import. I think it should not allow us. If it's allowed, then need to be do something. I don't know why it's allowing us. Just a second, I've just given. It's a production role. It should not allow me. I'll give it a production role. I don't know why it is allowing us. I need to close the client full as a production environment. Just a second. I will make it as a production one and let's see. Why it is allowing me to do the client copy? I have changed the system. I've logged the system. Made the system as a production one. Okay, I have closed the client. So you can see in production environment, if you try to copy a client also, because there may be risk also. So if you try to copy a client, it will show you error like source client is protected against the data export by client copy. Okay, it means your current system is production environment, production client, and you cannot create a transport request and you cannot copy that data. So it will give you a message. So it's always recommended to have a setting like this in your system. For production environment, the settings will be like this. No changes allowed, no changes to repository clients, no overwriting or no external availability is required. and no restrictions are allowed. Okay, so this is the thing. And suppose you again you change this to demo system or test system, and you again click on this automatic recording of changes. You click on changes are required or allowed, no restrictions. Okay, ECAD and this CAD is also allowed. And if you click on save, so now if you try to do a client copy SCC8, it will not give you pop-up. It will allow you to do a client copy. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the way you do a client copy. So a data file co-file will be created. Means our two files will be created. So we will copy that data file, two files to that OS level of quality system. And once it is copied, we will add that transport request. Okay. This is the transport request created, right? S4H KO 000008. So let's go to here /n stms underscore import. What is stms underscore import ticket? I will show you next session, because we have a separate session for transport request management.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you will do is once the data, once those two files are copied at OS level at the path of USR SAP trans, so you will go here in stms underscore import, go to extras, you will go to other requests, and you will add a request. Now what will be that request is S4H, the request which is created in production system, S4H KO 00008. KO. Sorry, you need to release that TR first.